Hey, it's Jordan. I am here at what they're calling Occupy City Hall, right in front of City Hall in New York City. It is a bit of an encampment that is forming. So you see right here by the New York City subway entrance, which they've basically shut down. You have murals of George Floyd, abolish the police draped on there. And this is developed here over the last 48 hours here right outside of City Hall in City Hall Park. An encampment, for those of you Occupy Wall Street veterans, might be giving you a little nostalgia or a flashback.
Absolutely. I think, well, full disclosure, Bill de Blasio is a coward. He's a coward, and he is, like, full disclosure, he's being blackmailed by the NYPD. His daughter was arrested protesting for the Black Lives Matter movement, and the NYPD released where she lived online. They doxed her, essentially, in an effort to blackmail Mayor de Blasio from doing anything about the NYPD. Consistently, every single press conference that he's done, he's defended NYPD and the officers for their actions that they've taken against attacking protesters, and has done absolutely nothing to hold any of these officers accountable whatsoever. And so, like, ultimately, we have to vote Bill de Blasio out of office. We need to get him out of this city.
And remember, this is an occupation happening at City Hall right now. So one, I say that if you join the march with Justice Committee, definitely come back. We are not leaving.
Why are we here? To defund what? Yes, we are asking for $1 billion to be cut from the NYPD's expense budget for fiscal year 2021. This year, we are asking for $1 billion. And we can do that, right? Yeah. We can do that, right? Okay, so we know that coronavirus has impacted this city greatly, but we also know that there has been another pandemic that we have experienced as Black and brown people for decades. And what pandemic is that? Racism, oppression, policing, the criminalization of Black and brown bodies all over the United States. And we don't need that anymore. So we are here marching with you today, standing with you today, standing in solidarity with these families that are here, demanding that the NYPD and the budget that they have be cut by at least $1 billion.
Tens of thousands of city workers, of community care workers, of healthcare workers. He's talking about cutting guidance counselors from the South Bronx and Brownsville. I'm gonna say it again. From the South Bronx, have y'all been in the South Bronx and Brownsville? He's cutting out counselors in the schools and laying off teachers. Like there hasn't been a pandemic that's been ravaging our Black and brown communities. Exactly. So what I'm saying is, are you dumb? Like, are you dumb? Like, we haven't been in the street clear as hell about what we want. We want $1 billion, at least $1 billion from the NYPD. Why? Because it's my money, it's our money. I'm sick and tired of using your money for 2,000 cops. I don't need no cops to sit around and crush their candy and swipe on their Tinder and to park in my bike lanes and to crush my community and choke me out even though the whole world is watching. I don't need no more cops in my school treating me like I'm some inmate. I don't need no more cops playing basketball and then hemming me up on stop and frisk the next day. What I need is $1 billion at least from the budget, because it makes a lot of sense to me, and you must be dumb.
Cut it, what? Your budget's way too high, you need to cut it, what? Your budget's way too high, you need to cut it, come on. Cut it, cut it, hey, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, woo, cut it, what? Your budget's way too high, you need to cut it, what? Last time, cut it, cut it.
Hello everyone. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to speak first, but I'm gonna let Chinar go first. Chinar is gonna explain to you what he went through at 6 years old. He's now 14. So you can have a little understanding of where his mindset is.
Hello. As my mom said, I'm Chariton Campbell, 14 years old. I was 6 at the time when they killed my brother. Alright. I just came back from school. It was a regular day. My brother came in, saying hi to everybody. My grandmother had just came back in. And next minute we know, we're hearing banging at the door. My grandma goes to see who it is. By the time she even gets close to that door, it busts in. We all got startled. I'm still in the living room at the time while my brother was behind my grandmother as they started to rush in as they bust the door down. And by that time, it was so quick, nobody got time to process, but by that time, the shot had went off, my brother was down. And we didn't realize, like I said, we didn't get to process it, but he was down. And at 6, I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I heard the shot. It was quick. It was a flash. And my grandma, she started questioning, why did you do that? Why did you do that? They pushed her. They threatened her. They took her to the precinct. They questioned her for 7 hours. And they just took me. I was just coming from school getting changed. They were trying to take me when I wasn't fully changed, so my neighbor took me in from the first floor. And I stayed there while my mom was trying to find me after she went to the precinct. From there, it was hard. The first couple years, I did get in trouble in school a lot. I went through the emotions. I got angry a lot. I got sad a lot. But after a while, it took me time. But I got stronger as I started coming out to the rallies. I started marching with my mom and everybody else as we had the support. And I'd like to thank all of you for that. Anyone who stayed from there till now.
Love you, Jenna!
Thank you. Like you were saying earlier, we want the NYPD's budget cut by $1 billion, not $1 million, $1 billion. Because we need that in schooling, we need it for counselors, we need it for programs. We need more counselors for when I or someone else doesn't want to talk to their parents, they're having no trouble at home, they want to talk to someone at school. We don't have that now, we need that. So we need to cut them by $1 billion, put it back into the community. We need housing. We need schooling, we need programs for the summer, for after school. When sometimes we don't feel like we want to go home, we get to have that space to go to. I don't want to take so much time, but thank you for everyone coming out, for everyone who supported me. Once again, we want the NYPD budget cut by $1 billion, and we want that by July 1st as they're voting, I believe, today or within this week. Thank you for your time.
Hello? So that's Shinar, and like he said, he was 6 years old at the time. You see, he doesn't go into everything because he doesn't remember everything that happened, because at 6, you can imagine the trauma that he went through watching his brother get killed. And when he tried to get the phone to call me, they took the phone away from him and assaulted his grandmother and even threatened to shoot her if she didn't be quiet. So this is why you see I'm on the forefront calling for defunding of the police, because this is why I have to fight, because I don't want to have to bury another child.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Can you hear me good? My name is Hawaba. I'm the mother of Mohammed Ba.
It's strategy.
You can hear a lot of sorry.
Oh, no.
But my son's story is clearing why we're asking the mayor to cut the $1 billion from the NYPD.
Thank you so much. I'll be around.
My son Mohammed Ba was murdered in September 25, 2012 in his own home. Mohammed Ba was an honor student. Mohammed Ba was a taxi driver. He wanted to be independent, as every black and brown managing in America here. Mohammed got emotion distress. He called me when I was in Africa. I flew all the way and come to see my son because I know something happened to my son. And when I reached, I asked how I can take him to the hospital. Everybody advised me call an ambulance because he was having beating in his head. They asked me if Mohammed drink. I said no. He smoked. No. What happened? He born with depression. I said no. What happened? He got beaten. They said call an ambulance. Calling the ambulance, they look at me as an immigrant. They look at Mohammed's name as a Muslim man. They decide to take her life. When they arrive, I tell them, I don't call you, go away. I'm looking for ambulance. They say, oh, mom, don't worry, this is the system. You should listen, this is the system. When you call an ambulance, who will arrive first? When we see the person who will call the ambulance. When they reach see Mohammed, he locked the door. They declare Mohammed don't want to open the door. I said, let me talk to him, he will open the door, they refuse. I sent 2 people, they refuse. The people from the building come outside and say, listen, what are you rushing for? This young man, he's good for everyone here. If you don't open the door, he said he don't call you, let him talk to him, he will open the door. They refuse. They finally broke my son's door, come inside, shoot him 8 times. Officer Mateo shot the last shot as close range when my son was already on the ground. I feel it. When I see them coming like that, I feel it, something happened. I said to my people, I said, these people are not helping my son. Suddenly he come inside and said, open the door. I said, I want to see my son. He said, no, you can't see. I said, why? He said, there's a couple of shoot. I said, you shoot my son? He said, no. He just have a little scratch, he will get better. I said, little scratch, I want to see him. He said, no. People who know them, they say, Mom, we're all there, wake up behind your son, he dead. I said, dead? He said, he dead. They said, don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. We're coming to pick you up. We reached to the hospital, they announced to me, my son dead. Since that day, I determined the system they got might change. The system they got to kill, not to protest, they got to change. I know I can't see Mohammed again, but they will not kill other Mohammed again and go away with that. They will not kill other black or brown in their own community with their taxpayer and go away with that. I'm telling you, they take me from court to court. They decide to cover up everything and their city help them to cover up. Any place that they take me, they say, we don't find enough evidence to indict them. They can't find it because they don't want it. They always like to protect them to kill the people. We've been forced to fight. I've been on the front to fight for 60 years. Finally, I exposed them outside, on the public for everyone. Judge tell them they are liable for Mohammed's death. It was our victory.
16 years old, leaving a sweet 16 party where he wasn't even allowed to drink. Standing around with his friends, talking about, you know, how much dubs they got in the party, who got how many numbers. All Kimani had was a bottle of water in his hand. NYPD rolled up, plain clothes, decided to ask him a question. Mind you, Kimani has an older brother that's on the street, so they always try to interrogate Kimani when they can't see my older son. Kimani decided to walk away from them. Boom, 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 boom. 11 shots. 11 shots. 5 connected Kimani. 2 in his back, 1 in his arm, 1 in his leg, 1 in his butt. They say he pointed a gun at them. Oh no. How do you point a gun while you're trying to climb over a fence to escape? How do you point a gun when you got shot in your back? How do you point a gun after you were shot? You lay there bleeding, saying, please don't let me die. Please don't let me die, call my mom. How are you doing an investigation around the scene where Kimani was laying down at? Then you place some pink handcuffs on him, lay him right there. Even the ambulance workers wasn't agreeing with the handcuffs. He was already dying. Planning to go ahead and see him. An old police gun. Ain't no young teenager gonna have no old police gun. Furthermore, the irony of this old shit is no fingerprint for Kimani, no DNA on that gun. That was found how many feet away from Kimani's body? Not 1 bullet fired from it. But it takes 2 grown officers who were trained to serve and protect our children to take my son down. So why should we give them more money? We have to defund them. Defund them. We need places to go after school, after work, after just hanging out with our friends. The community I live in, they have a park there, yeah. The kids and the adults has to use the same bathroom, where grown men piss and women piss. Little kids playing around, how they use the bathroom. What about the teachers? Huh? We don't need no more cops in our schools to interrogate our kids, to be inferior to them. Mayor de Blasio, I don't see why you're protecting these officers. You're giving them special treatment. For what? For murdering another black, brown, or Latino child? No way. We're not going to stand for that. We're not going to put up with that. And what about all the family members? All the good friends, best friends, classmates that lose a loved one on the street to police violence? Who therapizes them? Where's the therapy for the mothers, fathers, and everyone? Where is it? We vote. The people vote. New York, you vote for these people. I don't remember seeing anyone voting for NYPD. So why is NYPD running New York City? Why are they being above the law? Why are they breaking the law? Why they keep killing? We have to stop them. Yeah, after Imani was killed, then Muhammad killed, they said, oh, they made special training, other trainings. What other trainings? To murder Kimani? To murder Eric Garner after? And now George Floyd? Where is the training money going? Why is New York City spending money for lawsuits? We don't need lawsuits. We need change. We need streets. We need freedom in our streets. We need safer communities. We need our children to be protected by those who said they're here to serve and protect them, not taking their life. Train them for what? To be more murderers? Huh? Train them for what? To take another life? Another sister? Another brother? Another niece, nephew, son, daughter? No way. We said no. Defund NYPD. Reinvested in our communities. Reinvested in our communities. You have to make the change. New York City, it's for you. We're here for you. Yes, we've been scarred losing our loved one. But we are here, giving our voice for New York City and all New Yorkers. Defund NYPD. I'm going to say a chant. And when I say it, you say not for cops. Money for the homeless.